name is Kristen Brooks-Sandler, and I am the Artistic Director of Thistle.
Hi, I'm Erin Kay, and I'm the Associate Artistic Director here at Thistle.
We're so excited that you're here to learn our audition combination today. We're here with three of our fabulous company members, Emily, Courtney, and Julian, to teach you the combination. If you'd like to learn more about submitting or how we do our auditions, there's a link below with the video to tell you all about it. Now, let's get started. All right, so this is the Thistle audition combination. We're going to be taking you through it today, and the fabulous dancers behind me have not learned it yet. So we're all going to be going through it today like normal class. They're going to be asking questions. We're all going to be in this together as we move through it. We're a lot about spookiness and storytelling with Thistle. The movement and the intention are really inextricably linked. So as we take you through today, we'll take you through a storyline. You're welcome to expound upon it as you see fit or change it to relate to you, but we'll just take you through our version of it. So here we go. So you're going to start, you have an 8 count, you have 4 counts for nothing or improv, and then you have an 8 count of movement improv of your choice. This doesn't have to be legs and pirouettes and backflips, just starting the story. So the overarching storyline is that you're casting a spell. You're not magical yourself, you have to call upon the magic. It takes over your body. You're able to cast the spell, and then you experience the consequences of that spell. So, you have an 8 count for movement however you want. Then we do our physical incantation, which is folding in your right hand, 1 and 2 and a little goalpost, 3 and 4 into a little triangle, flip it forward and press it down, 5. So we go folding in 1 and goalpost, 2 and open, 3 and triangle, forward, down. 5, 6, 7, 8, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Yeah! Keep it really tiny because it's quick, and whatever extra flavors you want to add to this choreography are totally up to you. All of our dancers are individuals, and I love working with their individual strengths, and so feel free to put your own spin on things as we go through this combination. Individuality is highly encouraged. So one more time with that, 5, 6, folding in the right hand, you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So what I like to think of it as is like we're doing the what the incantation would be basically, but we're doing it physically. We're like
Cool.
yeah.
Sweet.
And then we put it into the ground to and then something's supposed to happen.
Perfect. And these don't extend fully out, they stay like...
No, they can stay nice
Cool.
and tight.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you have 5, and that 5, as you're putting it into the ground, I feel like it has a little bit of a rebound. Like the power of you putting it there rebounds your arms. And then you have 6, 7, 8 to just be a pedestrian and act. Acting in Thistle is very important. That doesn't mean high dramatics all the time. It just means living truthfully in the motivation that the movement gives you. So in that moment, you've done it and you expect something to happen immediately, and then nothing happens. Should we just hear that with music? So we can
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll keep going. Then we're going to dance to the right, and we're going to dance to the left. And this intention is pacing. You've done the incantation, you've put it into the ground, and now nothing's happening. So we're like, okay, it's time for the magic to happen. We're going to start by stepping with our right foot. We're going to go 1 and 2. Yeah, it's like a little click. You want to stay nice and low because it happens fast. So if you come all the way up, it might be a little too late. So you want to stay low, 1 and 2. From here, attitude 3, flex everything, 4. So flex hand, flex feet, head goes down. From here, you're going to take this left arm and flip all the way over. Yes, and fall out of it that way. So that little click. We go click 1 and 2, around 3, 4, 5, step 6. Great, that's it. We'll finish that 8 count out. We do a chassé with our left foot. Our hips are going to face the side. 7 and 8, and then we click 1. That click means your hands go click. Your body goes back, and that front foot flexes. Yeah, exactly. On that one. All right. Let's sew that together from the click. 5, 6, 7. We go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chassé 7 and 8. Click 1. You at home can make this as big or as small as you want. If you have a lot of space, please travel. If you don't, we fully understand. Please do what you can. So 5, 6, 7, we go. 1 and 2, go 3, flex 4, turn 5, step 6, chassé 7 and 8, click 1. Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, step to the side. 1 and 2, 3, flex 4, flip 5, step 6, chassé 7, 8, 1. So we just finished 1, right? So from this 1, you're going to snake through 2, 3, and 4. And all that is you're just doing a little snake with your body and step, step. And what that is motivationally for me is like you're frustrated, nothing's happening, and then you hear something over here with your ear and it makes you stop right in your tracks. Then we do what we call gossip hand. If you end up doing a show with your company ever, you will fully do this movement, so it's better to just teach it. It's a staple. So we wrap the fingers, it goes pinky to thumb, body rolling in. Or you can, like, if this isn't doable, you can do things like roll the wrist. But we do all the way body roll in to land. Then we take a look to our left, and then we go finger, head to the front, everything tilted to the side, fall over. Counts-wise, that goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1. I'm going to do it like that a couple of times. I'll probably end up just screaming 5 and 7 on the and counts because that's what ends up happening when I do things. But those, if you're a stickler for counts or you like those and beats, or you're a tap dancer, people find that. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. You land that one. And 7, and is the head, and then 8 is the first finger, and looks to the front. 1 goes to the side. In sequence, we just did 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1. Yes! If you notice, each of these things has kind of a land and a stop to it. You don't need to hit it very hard, but it is just finding that place where it lands. So you're landing here, a stop and a start to everything, 8 and 1. We talk a lot in the company about the fact that there is resistance in the air around us, and that you don't move slow or fast. It's just the resistance of the air around you gets harder to move through or easier to move through. So here's a great moment where one could just turn their head to the side, but there's resistance there. So it takes more effort, it takes more time. Why are we doing that? Motivationally, right? You stop because you thought you heard something. You're like, is it working? Did I hear a noise over there? And then you go 8 and something's happening to my legs. And what's happening now is the magic is starting to take over your body. I like to imagine it like vines of fairy lights are like creeping up your legs and starting to take them over. Light. Like infinity stone light is starting to take over now. From the hand gestures. So you have 8 to improv. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hands go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. To the side we go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1. Yay! Alright, let's see part. So we did 8 and 1. You're going to fall 2 and 3 and is your chasse. It's very important. Sorry. It's very important that you go and 3 and. You're going to want to go 8 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, but then you're going to be very late. So that is the trick and tip that I can give you. Is 8 and 1, 2 and 3 is your chasse. This chasse is a prep for a turn. It's an inside turn. I like to hook it a little bit to make myself go around more times. I don't really care what you do. Get around and stay on your leg. Your arms, as you do it, the right one goes in front of the left, and then you land in a kind of, I don't know what this is.
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow! In this kind of scarecrow with a meat hook in your back, so it really holds you up there. Your leg ends in passe, you land it to the front. We just went 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 80 and 1 is what happens next. So 4 you're turning, 5, 6 you're landing, 7 and you're stepping with this front foot, shot 80 and 1. And those are just little scurries, they don't have to be any on any particular counts, just 80 and 1. What's happening here is from here, the light is starting to creep up and vine up your legs. So they've taken over you, right? And 80 and 1, and you land and you're like, what just happened? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Yes, and you have 2, we'll go back in a second, but you have 2, am I okay? A little cheat with that turn. You're perfectly welcome to give yourself a little plie before that passe. And when we do that passe, right, we've got a meat hook happening back here. We've got a contraction happening. Don't make it pretty. We love ugly. Grace from the grotesque is what we say. Throw away, well, keep your technique. Throw away the pressure to be pretty. Be gruesome and fun and ugly and ooky and spooky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 80 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 80 and 1, 2, 3, 4. We fold in the same way we folded in 5 and 6. Both heels come down, hands crunch. 7 and 8, 1. This is another one of those moments where I say those counts, but actually I mean ands. So really the counts go 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1. Now we're feeling the incantation and it feels really good. And as that's happening, that light is creeping all the way up. Now it's got like your pelvis, stomach area, and it's gonna shoot that way. So we're feeling good, we're feeling in control, and then the magic takes us. Magic takes us once again. And you get to push out and fall. Feels very much like the Bruce Almighty moment where he like goes, and all his clothes come off. That's the shape that we're going for, and the feeling is that I'm being pulled this way. So that front foot stays in 4-starch for the fold. When the hands come into fists, this heel drops and comes up. So we go fold, drop, up with just the heel. Yes. Counts again like that?
Yes,
Yeah. 7, 8. We fold 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1 and 2 up, hit 4, go 5 and 6, 7, 8. Back 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1 and 2 up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. Now 1, 2 up, 3 up, 4, 5, 6 and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1. Yes. 8 and 1, 2. On 2. You're gonna step your left foot out. You're gonna fall 2, 3, 4. You're gonna scoot and 5. Yeah. So you have 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But just try your best to make that fall take the whole time and then catch yourself. Yeah, with that little hop forward. Yeah. What else? The other thing that's helpful about that hop forward is you get to kind of take this alignment and throw it back to help. So you should feel like you're falling and then use that top of your body, not just your leg, to kind of help counterbalance. Story-wise, we just said this feels really good. It took over our lower body and we're falling and there's nothing that we can do about it. And then we get just this one leg free to catch us. Yeah, so we've lost the battle. The magic is creeping up our bodies. There's nothing we can do about it.
Very cool.
So the counts I care about is land 5, go around the corner, do this turn sequence we're about to, and finish on 5.
Cool.
Personal pan pizza counts as well.
Love it.
So let's talk about this turn thing that happens. So the pathway of this turn is basically you do 1.5-ish. So we go around the corner, 1.5, put your leg down, turn, around, and push back. Yes. The two moments that are the most difficult that you have to fight your body on, most people do, I'll just address them now, is a lot of people want to keep turning and put this foot down. If you do that, if you do 2 full turns, you can't do the next thing. So please make sure that you put yourself down 1.5. Yeah? This flip, you should already be going down to the ground. Don't stretch this leg out. That makes it a lot more difficult. Keep it tight, keep it low, so that you can use your arms to get around the corner. And then push back. Ideally, when you do this sequence, it all flows together. I'm going to do it once now, maybe twice. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So you just landed, and 5, we go boom, 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 back. You want to try to, as you're coming around this corner and making this step, you want to already be going down. And you want to you want to place these hands more underneath you than you think you want to, because if you're out here, it makes it a lot harder. So the reason I teach it, I stop here and go here. You want to aim those arms for really the center of gravity in your body, so that those legs make your lives a little easier. So you have from 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, whatever you want, 3, 4, 5. If you think of it, I've been saying 1.5 because that's where you land, but perhaps even looking at it to think of it as a single turn and a step. So if I go single turn, step, I'm all the way around. Yeah! That was nice.
That was right down.
Cool.
Yeah. If that's helpful, turn it over. something to me is on one, that basically you're throwing this arm. Yes. So we go 1, 2, you're stepping 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and. Story-wise, right? It's taking over your whole body. And this is the moment you get control of the magic. And we go, and 8, and we throw it. And if I was animating you, a giant ball of light would like, boom, all around your body. All around your body. So you threw this way. You're stepping on that leg that you threw. You're crossing the opposite one, which is your left one, as far over as you possibly can. You're unwinding, and then you're taking that back leg, and letting it sequence up your body. One more again like that. So throwing this way, step, cross, unwind, 5, 6. Yeah, nice guys. 6, and then we go 7, 8, you're gonna hold it there, and then 1. So, what does this mean, right? We did, we're in charge now, around. As we go around, what I feel like is all the light comes, and now it's inside of you. So it's creeping off the outside, and we took it in, it went everywhere. Now it's back in you. It's right in your heart, and you can feel it. And then, as you go back, it's like the light goes into your blood and your veins. So now it's supposed to be an external force that's crawling up you. It's coming from inside of you. And as you go backwards, it's a moment of improv, but I think it's maybe a little, whatever sensation that sort of thing would mean to you. I think it's maybe a little bit painful, but a little bit pleasurable, whatever acting moment. That we go back 2, 3, 4, and then on 5, we look straight forward and we strike any sort of pose. And if I were animating this, this would be or if I were making a movie, this would be the moment that we zoom in on your eyes and you blink, and when you open them, they've got that same color. And then, now you're a witch. Yes? So that's the motivation. Counts-wise, we just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, pose. On that 5. Yeah? I'm going to play the music real quick because it makes a lot more sense with that, just so everyone is clear. So you just did the turn, and we go. And 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you went 5, 6, 7. The next thing is a rhythm. We go and A, E, and. So it's going to go shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, step. And you want to give a little body roll with that, and A, E, and. It will just make it easier. And don't stop. Ain't no time for that. Just a light and an A, E, and. What that is in this moment, right, is you're fully engaged in the power, and this is we're about to start this, we're about to cast the spell. Fight or folk dance or whatever, however you want to call it, calling from the earth, whatever makes you feel connected to that moment, but like revving up, let's go. So you just went 5, 6, 7, and an 8, and is what happens next. Great. And A, E, and. Just in case. Keep going?
Yeah.
Great. And an A, E, and. From here, we're going to start with something similar to what we did. I'm going to teach the arms and the hands now. The upper body is the only thing that I've prescribed for this section, except for the very end. I'll tell you when that happens. There's a turn with it. The rest of it, you can move your body however you see fit, given the story that we've given you. This is you casting the spell. So what the rest of your body does is going to be dependent on what you've decided this spell is for yourself. So it starts the same way as the beginning does. We go in 1, and. Now it goes behind the head. 2, and. 3, and. 4, and. That's where it changes. And just the right arm goes halfway down. Great. Starting again, we go 1, and behind the head, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. We go a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7. Again, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and nice.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. From here, this right arm is going to snake underneath. 5 and 6 and. This is where we turn, but we're just going to do the arms for now. 7 and 8 and. Yes. Beautiful. Second half, we went here. This arm sneaks under. 5 and shoulder, shoulder, 7 and 8 and. Yeah! Whole thing together. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and. You actually get to go here on 1. I keep saying and, but you need till 1. It's faster than that. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1. Nice, guys. Fearless. Adding the legs to the one part that there are legs, after you go 5 and 6 and, you're going to turn this 7 and 8, 1. And that's your moment of casting that spell. Whew. You did it. So how do we get in the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and this is your prep. 7, 8, 1. You only have to do 1 turn. You can do 2 if you're feeling really fancy. And this foot back, this is what helps to stop you. I'm okay with a pretty B plus if that's what you prefer. I'm also okay with like the ugly sickle foot, because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 80, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, you know what?
For me, melting the movement from here into the.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh!
Yay.
Oh, but I must have not taught it. So we go. And 8, E, and what? And then we just go straight into it. So that's why this is scooping, so that you can kind of got right into it. Okay. One more again?
Yes.
Same spot? So we go 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 80, and a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 1, 2, 3, we go 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8, oh 1. So we just cast the spell on 1, and you nailed it. It was amazing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you try to pull away. That 2, 3, 4, 5, I feel like it's pulling you towards the magic, and you're seeing what you just cast. And I feel like whatever you just cast, it's bigger than you wanted it to be. So if you were trying to start a match, you threw a fireball. Yeah? If you were trying to plant a flower, you planted an entire garden. Whatever it is, it got bigger than you expected it to. So it's seeing that and getting pulled towards it. And on 6, you try to pull your arm through and out, but it's latched together now. So you pull, and the whole thing goes through. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6. You stagger backward. 7. You turn. 8. And for the next section, your arms are just going to be stuck like this. So for now, you're welcome to release them. But that's basically, you're just trying trying to get unstuck, but magic has consequences. So we pull 5, 6, and you can go at like a step turn, or you can plie and go straight into it. Just a turn. I'm just leaving this foot back. Honestly, anything where you're trying to get these arms unstuck is fine with me. I would suggest putting your weight on this front foot because it makes it easier for the next part. So they go back, slide across, and then we're going to go front, back. As it rocks back, you do a little chug forward. Then you scoop under, pelvis forward, down, tap, tap, around, turn. Yes. Counts-wise, we run around the corner 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1. Yes. So the weight's here after the turn, and we jump, slide, and we rock back, forward. Now put your weight on your heel, whoop, through, hit, turn. So you just cast 1. You went 2, 3, 4, 5, pull 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So that goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. That whole time your upper body is struggling to get these things open, whatever that means to you. After you went 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and then for the rest of it, it's your own personal counts and length. Great. We're like right there. So I'm just gonna finish it out. We did 1, 2, and you're gonna land 3. At some point, you're gonna break, you're gonna fall, you're gonna become a diva. When you do that, is your own choice. What's happening here, right? We're trying to get our arms unstuck. We finally do. And what then happens is basically the light that was crawling up our legs, taking over our body, went in, went out, right, pumped through our veins, used for magic. Now it's starting to deteriorate us from the inside out. So whether that means it's changing you into something else, whether that means you put your hand on and just dust comes off, whatever that means to you, it is now altering what you are. So it's starting to from these elbows, and that's why you're trying to get it unstuck, right? You see something changing, and you're using your legs to try to separate those things. And then you finally do separate, you fall, and you become something different. And your last beat of the whole thing is you just stand in your new form and like look at yourself in an imaginary mirror, basically. And that's it. That's it! Okay, we'll do counts, and I'll kind of try to talk through story as we go the whole time. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of improv, 5, 6, 7 cast spells, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, nothing's happening, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, what's over there, 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3 and turn, taking over your legs, and 80 and a 1, 2, am I okay, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, boom, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 turns around the corner. It's all over your body. 8 and light. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're 8, 6, 7 and an 80 and cast your spell of 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Whenever you want, fall to the ground and transform into a demon. 5, 6, or whatever you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're there. Nice.